Poland has begun the launch sequence for ORP Wicher, the first of 3 Miecznik-class frigates that are expected to become the principal surface combatants of the Polish Navy. The hull left the construction hall at PGZ Stocznia Wojenna in Gdynia on August 9, 2026, beginning a multi-day operation ahead of its first entry into the water. Wicher is scheduled to be formally christened on August 12th before being transferred onto a semi-submersible barge and launched into the Gulf of Gdansk the following day. With 3 frigates planned for around 15 billion Polish zloty, or approximately 3.5 billion euros, Miecznik is Poland's largest military shipbuilding program. The vessels are intended to replace the Navy's aging former U.S. Oliver Hazard Perry-class frigates. The program covers 3 ships: ORP Wicher, ORP Burza, and ORP Huragan. All are based on Babcock International's Arrowhead 140 design and adapted to Polish Navy requirements. Construction is being carried out in Gdynia by PGZ Stocznia Wojenna, with significant participation from Poland's domestic defense industry. Wicher is expected to enter service in 2029, with the remaining frigates following at the beginning of the next decade. The ship has an overall length of around 138 meters, a beam of approximately 20 meters, and a maximum displacement approaching 7,000 tons. It is designed to reach 28 knots and has an estimated range of roughly 8,000 nautical miles. Propulsion is based on 4 diesel engines in a combined diesel and diesel, or CODIDI, configuration. The standard crew is expected to number around 120 personnel, with accommodation for approximately 60 additional personnel, depending on the mission. The Miecznik-class represents a major capability increase for a Polish Navy whose current surface fleet remains relatively limited. Its principal frigates are still ORP General Kazimierz Pulaski and ORP General Tadeusz Kosciuszko, former U.S. Navy Oliver Hazard Perry-class vessels that originally entered service in the early 1980s. The new frigates are designed to conduct air defense, anti-surface warfare, and anti-submarine warfare from a single platform. Their planned armament includes the Miecznik-41 vertical launching system associated with CAMM-family surface-to-air missiles, together with Saab RBS-15 anti-ship missiles. The ships are also expected to carry torpedoes and naval guns, supported by radar, electro-optical sensors, and underwater detection systems. At around 7,000 tons, the platform is significantly larger than many Baltic surface combatants. The additional volume provides space for missile cells, aviation facilities, command areas, and future upgrades. Its long range will also allow the frigates to participate in NATO deployments well beyond the Baltic. The program forms part of Poland's broader military modernization effort. Warsaw is simultaneously investing heavily in land and air capabilities, including M1 Abrams and K2 tanks, South Korean artillery, Wisla and narrow air defense systems, F-35 and F-A-50 aircraft, and AH-64E attack helicopters. Miecznik therefore brings a similar modernization effort into the maritime domain. The frigates are expected to protect offshore installations, maritime communications, and critical infrastructure. PGZ has specifically identified assets including the Baltic Pipe, offshore wind farms, and telecommunications infrastructure. They will also be able to escort Polish and Allied naval forces, secure maritime transport routes, and contribute to amphibious or humanitarian operations. These missions are particularly important in the Baltic, where shallow waters, dense commercial traffic, and the proximity of land-based missiles and aircraft can significantly reduce warning times. The program also has an important industrial objective. By constructing the frigates domestically, Poland is seeking to rebuild expertise in naval shipbuilding, systems integration, and long-term fleet support. Cooperation with Babcock provides access to an established frigate design while allowing weapons, sensors, and communication systems to be adapted to Polish requirements. Strategically, Miecznik helps reduce the gap between Poland's rapidly expanding land forces and its more modest naval capabilities. With Finland and Sweden now members of NATO, the Baltic security environment has changed significantly. But Russian military infrastructure around Kaliningrad and St. Petersburg remains an important factor in regional defense planning. 3 Polish frigates will not determine the naval balance on their own. However, they will provide Poland and NATO with additional air defense, anti-surface and anti-submarine capabilities, while strengthening the protection of maritime reinforcement routes and critical infrastructure across the Baltic region.